All right, folks, look, we're gonna keep up with that $1 million theme, right? Today we finna make a $1 million baked ziti. And usually if you wanna find like the common denominator when it comes to, using the word $1 million, you gotta have sour cream, ricotta cheese, things like that, right? Trust me, folks, make this. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about it. And then you know what? We just gonna go ahead and go right into it. Now, you see I got a few ingredients. These two, to me, are about the same, right? You can go with a marinara, or you can go with like a spaghetti sauce, whatever you want. It's really about the taste that you would like to have. This right here is totally up to you. I still don't know which one I'm gonna use, but this right here keeps it real simple. And we got some other ingredients. This right here gonna be a level up. I'm gonna go ahead and just set this right here so you guys can see, because I gotta boil pasta water, right? If I'm gonna boil pasta water, I want my water to be flavorful so that our pasta have that, right? And then obviously we're gonna be using, like ziti. Now, don't forget the full ingredient list is on my website. That's smokinandgrillin.com, and that's WITAB.com. All right, so look, first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and hit bake because we got to preheat, right? So we're using 375. We'll go ahead and start. We'll let that go. All right, so come on down here. Now, I'm boiling water. What I want to do is I want to get my salt because I like to put a little salt in there, right? Everybody does that anyway. Grab this. Just give it a pinch. All right, so now that we have that there, let me grab a couple of more items. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm keeping up with the theme, right? The theme of being $1 million. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this like a heaping tablespoon, put this in here, and then we're gonna get this to boiling, right? You see how it flavors that water? Look at that right there. We already put a little salt in here. There we go. We just use the pinch just to enhance it. Now, once this starts to boil, then we'll follow the instructions on our pasta and we'll boil these until they become al dente. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead. Look, I got a little flame underneath the bottom of here. I got a medium-high flame, just to hurry up and build up some heat, right? So now that I put some extra virgin olive oil in here, that's garlic infused, by the way. I'm gonna bring this down to a medium now. I was just heating up my pan, right? This is 80/20 ground beef. Let's see where we at right now. Oh, we good. And this seems to be ready, so we'll just go ahead and drop this in. Now this is, again, 80/20. That's 1 pound. In the past, you guys, I've been known to go ahead and try to add a lot of meat. It kind of like ruins the dish, especially when you have things out. I don't know where you guys go. Like if I go to Olive Garden and have it, they just got the right amount. So I just decided to go ahead and just make it the way I'm supposed to make it. And that'll be with just saying 1 pound of meat. All right, so from back there, you guys probably won't be able to see that this boiling. What I'm gonna do is put this in there. I read my package, so I'm gonna set mine to boil to al dente. Okay, so you can see, you guys can, look, there's a little bit of pink left. I'm gonna bring all of this in here. I was about to say sweep. I don't know if that'd be the right word to say. Push it all here to the center. I got my garlic press loaded up, as you can see. Now we'll just go ahead and put this over here, right over the top, right? So this stops you from having that like rust, so you don't burn your garlic, right? Put it on top of something. I promise you, once it touches the pan, it'll become aromatic, right? So now we just move this around like this. You see the juices? That's all of the grease that has been rendered down, all of the fat from our beef. I'll take this now. I just want to break this down just a little bit more. You see, you might have some thicker chunks. Just get yourself one of these, right? This grinds that meat up just right. All right, so look at this right here. Nice, juicy. Now, some of you guys, listen, if you want to, I don't feel like there's not enough in here, even though we use 1 pound of 80/20. If I take it, that's not enough. That's the flavor in here. I feel like this will work great. If you guys want to go ahead and take some of that out without taking it and draining it, you guys can always get yourself, let me get myself a paper towel. You could just sop up some of this here, just a little bit. Don't do it, man. I'm telling you, that's the flavor, you guys. But for some of you guys that are watching that grease, the fat intake that you're taking, just wipe it just like this. Let this get a little bit of that. You don't want to dry it out. Take a look at this right here. I got two things. We got a pasta sauce, right? Roasted garlic, or we can use the ragu, right? This said, what does it say? Sauce flavored with meat. I'm gonna go with this right here. It look better. But anyway, had this brand before. This right here is fire. We'll add this to that. I probably should have said something at the very beginning, you guys. You want to make sure you got a pan, or you can make this in a pot, Dutch oven, anything like that. You want to make sure you got enough room. And I sometimes make this in one of my little pans. It's a little shallow, but once you get everything mixed in here, it start coming to the edge. Just be tough on your cleanup. I'm not finna add no water to it or nothing like that, make it watery. You can see how it's starting to come together. Now, I want you guys to talk to me down in the comment section below and tell me this. How do you guys want to do it? Do you guys like use a spaghetti sauce? You know what I mean? Or a marinara, whichever one, let me know. Or does it even make a difference to you? Okay, so check this out. Like we got a multitask, right? Pasta is working on its way to being al dente. We got our sauce, our ground beef, that's ready. Oh, one thing I will do right now is I'm gonna add, this is kosher salt, folks. I'm gonna add just a pinch of, it's gonna need a little bit more than that. Just a generous pinch of salt. And if we doing salt, why not do black pepper too? If you guys wanna know why I always use black pepper in everything, it's because it takes on a whole different taste. It's not like just putting black pepper on your eggs, right? So look at that right there. Now just give this a mix. We wanna get that salt evenly distributed throughout. I'm gonna turn this down and put it on low right now because we gotta go ahead and grate cheese, right? Now I'm going to take my parm, right? I'm gonna use this medium size, not the small and not the large. I'm gonna use the medium size. We just need a half a cup. I pull out my half a cup right here to measure for myself because I have the tendency to go ahead and put too much cheese in everything. That meat, I almost want to tell you I got a heavy hand. So we just need a half a cup. Again, this is parm. Let's pull this up right here. As usual, I always got more cheese than I need, but I got a way to check myself, right? And the way I'm gonna check myself is to take this, my half a cup, take this, drop this in here like that. There it is, half a cup of shredded parm. Now, you guys wanna know why I do my own shredded cheese? I'm gonna tell you why. Because it melts better. It doesn't have that waxy film on there and all of that. It's okay for this to mix because it's all going in there anyway. Now, if you want to use the big side on this one, you can, but I'll stick to what I tell you guys. You know what? It's just this right here. So let's go ahead and grind myself out a couple of cups out of here. So now let me turn this off because my timer went off. I just reached my point, you know, to become al dente. Listen, I look at the comments and I hear everybody saying like, oh man, you rinsing off all of the flavor and all of that. But one thing I'm gonna do, which I almost forgot to do, I'm gonna leave that right there. I gotta hurry up though, right? We always wanna save some of this starchy water, right? So let me go ahead and get myself some. That's more than enough for what you need. You see that right there? That helps it. Since we want everything to be creamy, you can add this to your sauce. This is what helps the pasta and everything that you took the time to make. This is what helps it stick to your pasta, right? I'm racing against the clock because I still want it to be al dente. Why? Because I don't want it to overcook. All right, so we'll drop that in there like that. It smells incredible already. Don't forget we flavored our water, right? So now I'm gonna grab this. We finna shock it and stop the cooking process. All right, so let's move all of these over here together. Just because it only got one measuring cup like that, this represents two, right? So we wanna put all of this in here, right? So 1 cup, let's get it all. All right, let me move this over here. I don't pack it, folks. You know what I mean? So look, I was right on the money. Now we're gonna add our ricotta and our sour cream. Now you wanna make sure you got a bowl big enough for this, right? Because we gotta do a little bit of this folding. That's the best action, if you ask me. And that ricotta, you might wanna bring that out and let it get, you know, room temperature, just so it can soften up, right? So we'll just take it, just do like this. Remember I said the fold action, probably be the best. You can already see where it's going on, folks. I can hear my meat and my sauce mixture simmering. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but it's working me, right? And we did say $1 million, right? So check me out. We ain't always gotta have our same old spaghetti we grew up on, same old meatloaf. You know what I mean? My mama had about 11 things that she would make. Seemed like it was only 5, because somebody was having it all the time. But that's what I grew up on, you know what I mean? She only showed out when it came time for like the holidays or her little Saturday function. You wanna spray your casserole dish, right? Remember, you don't want nothing sticking. You want it to come out easy. And most of all, if you're the one doing the dishes, you want to make sure it's, you know, it slide right up out of there. You know what I mean? You hit it with that dish rag and go. Now, put that over there. I want you to pay attention. Look over here. I graded, this is the way it's supposed to look. I'm gonna be fair and, you know, make sure everybody understands. Follow the instructions on the website, the recipe card, download that, screenshot it, whatever you gotta do. Follow it that way. Your second time, make it the way you guys see me do it. Only thing the difference was I put 2 cups of mozzarella in there because I like mine to be a little cheesy. But as far as everything else, everything is the same. So I did add some more to it because look, you know, I got to have that cheese pool to do all of that. You guys let me know at the end of this video what you guys think. I'll know because you're already in here anyway. All right, we already sprayed all of that, right? So I always like to take myself just a couple of tablespoons, you know what I mean? It almost look like I don't have enough, but trust me, made this so many times, just trust the process, folks. This right here, you guys would be happy. Even though we sprayed it, you'll be happy that we just put something down here like this. And next, we're gonna add a layer of pasta. And then you got it. And the next thing you know, we're gonna be looking like we're making a lasagna, because we're gonna do everything in layers. Grab my pasta, work this back and forth, make sure nothing's stuck. We good there, you guys see it? Now I'm just gonna put a little small layer, all right? Okay, now we got one layer down, right? I like for it to be kind of like flat, you know, flat as we can. Anything that sits over the top, you can probably like just take it out. Now we wanna go ahead and just add this cheese mixture on top. Now we about to make this that $1 million-ish, right? Now notice how I'm putting them in here. I'm just doing them like this, so I'm gonna spread them. All right, now, if you guys notice, I only put a couple of dollops, you know, at a time in there. Why? Because it's thick. So I just like to spread this. Once I have it spreaded, I always have some reserved, and then I'll go ahead and just add. But this right here is what does it for you, folks. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add just a little bit here and a little bit there. Now, if you guys got a better way to do it, I mean, if you feel like you can put it all in there, go ahead, you know what I mean? But for me, you see the way I do it, and this makes it just simple. You know, so as you make it and as you make things like this, you come up with your own technique on your own end. All right, so we got a couple of ways we can do this part right here too. I'm just going ahead and adding myself just a small layer, just so I can have some in the middle. Remember earlier I was talking about it being like a lasagna, right? So we just get it like this. We'll just add this on top of here, just like you guys see. Don't forget, this is gonna be on top of that mozzarella, and we put some parm in here too. Don't forget, I gotta keep saying that because we call this $1 million. You won't make it no other way after this. All right, so once we here, now we just pour the remainder of our pasta sauce, right? We'll just put this on top of here. You wanna get full coverage over here on this side like this. I'm gonna show you something. I bet you guys thought I forgot about it. Let me move this back in the sink. I want you guys to pay attention right here. Look, I'm reheating and bringing my sauce back up. Yeah, get some heat under here. Now, this is the part I'm talking about. You remember I told everybody about this, save some of this pasta water. Now we about to go on top. I'm gonna add a little bit in here like that, right? Look at this right here. Just put that starchy water in here. This is gonna help it, folks. You know what I mean? You guys should be doing this when you make macaroni and cheese and all of that. This is what helped the cheese stick to your pasta. You making spaghetti, come on, folks. Especially if you making, well, I'm gonna say this. You do this if you making spaghetti, and it's the kind that you do, you know, you cook your pasta in your sauce. That's the way I like mine. You guys can let me know down in the comment section below. How do you like your pasta? Do you like your pasta, let's see, you like your pasta on your plate and then a scoop of your sauce on top? I don't eat mine that way. I call that the restaurant way. You guys call it what you want to call it. I just like mine cooked inside of my sauce, and I love it better the next day. All right, now we go ahead and just layer the rest of this on here like this, right? So I'm gonna take it, I'm just gonna work it from the front, you know what I mean, and just bring this back like this. You see that right there? And we got that starchy water in there too. All right, so I'm just putting the remainder of this cheese in here. So this is what we're gonna do. I got myself some foil right here. I'm gonna cover this, right? We're gonna put it in the oven for about 20 minutes. Then I'm gonna take it out, and then we're gonna remove this, right? And then we probably just go for about 15 minutes max, but we're gonna take a look at it uncovered, see how it comes out. All right, so let me get this going. And I don't think I told you guys the exact time. Okay, folks, look, I didn't want to bore you guys. You know what I mean? I had already gave you guys the instructions to go ahead and let it cook for a certain amount of time, right? All I did was uncover it and stick it back in there. Now, if you guys want to brown your cheese to have them little dark brown, you know, yummy looking looks on it, you can keep it in there, you know, a little bit longer, but this is the way I did it. And I can tell you, I only went in for like I almost went about 15 minutes. That was good enough for me, right? So here it is. You can see everybody been digging in it anyway, you know, just trying to get a taste, but you guys can see, look at this cheese right here. Boy, when you do your pasta just right, it's nice and soft, yet still stirring. Remember, al dente when you start, because you're going back in here. Listen, I'm not finna over talk it or nothing like that. Listen, I've been waiting to try this. Oh, cheers, y'all. I see why everybody is standing behind the camera waiting to get down. This right here, fire. Remember, $1 Million series, right? All you guys got to do is go to my website, type that in the search bar, $1 Million, and everything that we do, $1 Million will come up, right? Hey, tell me this. You guys like this little touch of having live basil? You know what I mean? Fresh basil. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna replant that and put that outside. In the springtime, I will be doing a video or 2 or 3 or maybe a series. We're gonna garden too, folks. It's just so much stuff we can do to just like elevate, our cooking, right? Now, with this right here, I done already told you it's the best. Try it. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. And you know what? We go from there. Now, I'm gonna hurry up and wrap this up. So check this out. If you're new to my channel, let me take this time to say thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to like, smash that subscribe button, and tell everybody out there there's a channel out here that's simplifying these recipes and taking the mystery out of cooking. Y'all know what I'm about to do. I'm out, y'all. Peace.